Hello, I'm Essay, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin.
George Salmon's A Treatise on Conic Sections, published in 1854, stands as a monumental work in the history of mathematics education and research. This treatise, far from a simple compilation of known results, offered a systematic and elegant exposition of the properties of conic sections, influencing generations of mathematicians and shaping the landscape of geometric studies. To appreciate its significance, one must consider the intellectual climate that preceded it, its internal structure and innovations, and its subsequent impact on mathematical thought. Prior to Salmon's work, the study of conic sections, which encompasses ellipses, parabolas, and hyperbolas, existed in a somewhat fragmented state. While classical geometers like Apollonius of Perga had made profound contributions, their methods, rooted in synthetic geometry, often appeared cumbersome to mathematicians accustomed to the burgeoning field of analytic geometry pioneered by Descartes and Fermat. Furthermore, the relationship between conic sections and projective geometry, a field undergoing rapid development, demanded clearer articulation. Salmon's treatise adeptly synthesized these diverse perspectives, providing a unified and accessible account of conic sections using both analytical and geometrical techniques. The treatise begins with a thorough review of Cartesian coordinates and their application to representing geometric objects. Salmon elucidates how algebraic equations can elegantly define and describe conic sections, a departure from purely geometric constructions. He demonstrates how the general equation of the second degree, that is, x squared plus 2hxy plus by squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0, can represent all possible conic sections, with the specific type of conic determined by the coefficients. This powerful algebraic approach allows for the systematic investigation of their properties. One of Salmon's significant contributions lies in his treatment of tangents and normals to conic sections. He provides explicit formulas for finding the equations of these lines at any point on a given conic, deriving them through both geometric arguments and calculus. He also explores the properties of confocal conics, that is, conics sharing the same foci. He shows that confocal ellipses and hyperbolas intersect each other orthogonally, a result exhibiting surprising elegance and having implications in various physical problems, especially those involving elliptical ref. Beyond their intrinsic properties, Salmon emphasizes the relationship between conic sections and projective geometry. Projective geometry studies geometric properties invariant under projection, that is, properties remaining unchanged when viewing a figure from different perspectives. He demonstrates how conic sections can be defined projectively, viewing them as sections of a cone by a plane, thereby connecting the classical geometric definition with the analytic representation. Salmon introduces the concept of homogeneous coordinates, a cornerstone of projective geometry. In homogeneous coordinates, a point in the plane is represented by three coordinates x, y, and z, where x divided by z and y divided by z give the usual Cartesian coordinates. This representation allows for a uniform treatment of points at infinity, simplifying many geometric calculations and providing insight into projective transformations. Through these coordinates, it shows there exists a projective transformation taking any conic section to any. The treatment of poles and polars constitutes another highlight of Salmon's treatise. Given a conic section and a point P called the pole, the polar line of P is defined as the locus of points Q such that the line connecting P and Q is divided harmonically by the conic. Salmon demonstrates the many fascinating properties of poles and polars, establishing relationships between them and tangents, chords, and other geometric elements associated with the conic. This concept forms a bridge between the classical geometry of Apollonius and the burgeoning field of projective geometry, showcasing the unifying power of Salmon's approach. Salmon also delves into the properties of systems of conic sections. He explores pencils of conics, that is, families of conics passing through four fixed points, and ranges of conics, that is, families of conics tangent to four fixed lines. He analyzes the degenerate cases within these families, that is, when the conics break down into pairs of lines. Salmon also discusses the concept of invariance and covariance, which are algebraic expressions associated with conic sections that remain unchanged under certain transformations. These invariants provide a powerful tool for classifying and distinguishing different types of conics. While Salmon's treatment of invariants may appear rudimentary by modern standards, it laid the groundwork for subsequent developments in invariant theory, a field with profound applications in algebra and physics. The immediate impact of Salmon's A Treatise on Conic Sections resided primarily in its pedagogical utility. It swiftly became a standard textbook in universities across Europe and the United States, shaping the mathematical education of countless students. Its clear exposition and comprehensive coverage made it an invaluable resource for those seeking a rigorous understanding of conic sections. Salmon's influence extended beyond the classroom. His treatise served as a springboard for mathematicians working on related problems in geometry, algebra, and theoretical physics. Consider, for instance, the development of algebraic geometry, a field that combines algebraic techniques with geometric intuition. Salmon's emphasis on the relationship between algebraic equations and geometric objects resonated deeply with algebraic geometers. His work provided a foundation upon which they could build more sophisticated theories, exploring the geometry of algebraic curves and surfaces in higher dimensions. Similarly, his treatment of projective geometry influenced researchers working on the theory of perspective and its applications in art and engineering. His insights into projective transformations and homogeneous coordinates proved essential for developing algorithms for computer graphics and image processing. Salmon's work also had subtle, though important, implications for theoretical physics. Conic sections arise naturally in various physical contexts, such as the orbits of planets around the Sun and the trajectories of projectiles. Salmon's treatise, therefore, provided a valuable mathematical toolkit for physicists studying these phenomena. His treatment of confocal conics, for example, found applications in the design of optical instruments and the analysis of electromagnetic fields. While Salmon was a mathematician, his treatise indirectly contributed to the advancement of physics by providing a solid mathematical foundation for physical theories. The reception of Salmon's work was overwhelmingly positive. Mathematicians lauded its clarity, completeness, and elegance. Critics praised his ability to synthesize diverse perspectives and present a unified account of conic sections. Some contemporary mathematicians found its approach too rooted in classical geometry and perhaps less revolutionary than purely algebraic approaches. However, even these critics acknowledged the treatise's pedagogical value and its contributions to the understanding of geometric principles. In the years following its publication, a treatise on conic sections underwent multiple editions and translations, solidifying its status as a classic work of mathematical literature. Salmon's insights were rooted in the work of his predecessors, notably Gaspard Monge, Jean-Victor Poncelet and Mitchell Chasles, giants of projective geometry. He assimilated and expanded on their ideas, presenting them in a more accessible and systematic manner. Salmon's contribution resided in his expository skill and his ability to synthesize diverse perspectives into a coherent whole. He built upon the foundations laid by the founders of analytic and projective geometry, creating a treatise of lasting value. The influence of Salmon's The Treatise on Conic Sections extended to numerous subsequent mathematicians and their work. Arthur Cayley, a prominent figure in invariant theory and algebraic geometry, acknowledged Salmon's influence on his own research. Cayley's work on algebraic invariants, which has profound implications for physics and mathematics, was influenced by the preliminary investigations of invariants of conic sections found in Salmon's treatise. Similarly, Felix Klein, known for his work on group theory and geometry, considered Salmon's treatise a valuable resource in his own studies. Klein's Erlangen program, which classifies geometries based on their symmetry groups, drew inspiration from the projective geometric perspective of Salmon's work. A treatise on conic sections remains an enduring testament to the power of mathematical synthesis and the importance of clear exposition. While mathematical research has advanced far beyond the scope of Salmon's treatise, its foundational principles and pedagogical insights continue to resonate with mathematicians and students alike. The work remains a valuable resource for those seeking a deeper understanding of conic sections and their connections to other areas of mathematics. Its historical significance lies not only in its intellectual content, but also in its lasting impact on mathematical education and research, shaping the landscape of geometric thought for generations to come. It is a work whose value continues to exist long after its initial publication, a rare attribute of academic scholarship.
We really appreciate you tuning in to this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.